just the greatest thing to walk on earth.
Oh, your grandma.
That's not realistic picture, right?
How can she not diminish whatever, say, oh, well, grandma doesn't know what she's talking about, I'm a loser, but how can she gain a perspective for herself?
Realistic perspective.
A realistic.
That's why I say begin with know yourself. The first lesson is say, you do know yourself, you can get yourself into so many trouble. Either set yourself too high up or too low. If you do know yourself, that can cause you any trouble. Right? Maybe grandma put on a show. Often when they say, oh, I'm bad, they are defensive. They deep down they don't feel that way. They're putting on a show, right? To make other people believe they are there. So you need to know yourself, have a healthy self-concept. Say, well, I'm not perfect, but I like myself. Okay? I'm happy with myself. I can be better. That's what I'm learning. So the third point is that the bottom line now, you recognize your self-worth as a human being. That's very important point. You are not like any other animal, like a dog, a cat. You are endowed with certain dignity as a human being. If you're a Christian, you believe that everybody was born in God's image, that we carry within us a divine spark. We're not animals, there's the divine spark in us. You always remember that what happened to you, you are a human being. Human being, they're worthy of dignity and respect. If you don't respect yourself, how do I expect other people to respect you? It doesn't matter how down and out you are. You are still a human being worthy of respect. You're still a human being endowed with all the capacity of a human being to imagine, to worship, to create something new, to transform things. And always do the best you can, regardless. This is my policy. Do the best you can. I might not have resources, I do less. Right? Always do something with your life. Do something. And do the best to help people with a compassionate heart. Right? Now if you always do something for yourself and do something to help other people, you'll be happy. No one can stop you from doing that. And you try to enjoy every moment. Okay? And capture every meaningful moment and pursue what's your dream and rejoice in your uniqueness. No one can beat you on that. That's only one Paul Wong. You can never find another Paul Wong. I'm unique. I am unique. Now, no one can beat you on that, right? There isn't another person with your DNA, with your fingerprint, with your combination, right? So Franco, look at Franco, emphasized a great deal about uniqueness, about singularity. You are a unique person. And all the duplicates, I told Todd, he's a very famous psychologist, I said, you can never become Paul Wong because you do not have Christ, remember? At a meeting, I was teaching. Nobody can be me, nobody can be you. And you are unique, right? So that part, your grandma's right? She can be proud of her grandma, right? She's proud of being herself because there's only one grandma like that, right? Right? She's a unique human being. You love yourself, same thing here. Again, you have to feel good about yourself. You love yourself, self-esteem. Measure the worth of your life in terms of what you are giving of yourself. Not how much you receive, but how much you give. Okay?